What's up YouTube? It's Mr. Ferguson back once again here in Central North Carolina at the Project Lawn. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. We're back out here. Wanted to update you before we go up here and look at everything. Wanted to update you on where we stand, and while we're up here today on this beautiful Tuesday for you guys, I'm up here on my Saturday at the hottest part of the day. It's 95 degrees. It is thick and humid. It's nasty if you're doing any type of heavy kind of work, I'll tell you that much. And this shirt will be sweat through, that's for sure. So we just got here. Got some things in the back over here that I want to talk about while we have these things in the back of the truck. But the other day I was up here by myself. Sometimes I like to come out here, no cameras, no equipment, and just enjoy, you know, the iron cutter and just enjoy time doing some things up here, right? Just working by myself like you guys do, right? So I did spray. I brought my other backpack sprayer, which I'll link below if anybody's interested in having a separate backpack sprayer that's meant for only your glyphosate. That way you don't mix it with your stuff you're doing biostimulants and fertilizers with. I did that the other day. I saw Pete talk about it. I was like, great idea, Pete. I saved up some money, purchased it. It'll be in the description if you're interested, but brought my glyphosate backpack sprayer Flow Zone up here, and we're looking at expanding. I started thinking about this after the sanding video that night. I'm like, all right, what do we need to do next? Do I need to sand some more? What do I need to do? And I was thinking, you know what? We can start pulling plugs, man, from what I've grown and fill in this entire section. It's mid-July, like, and then Cam from Elevated Lawns commented and said, hey man, I look at expanding, and I was like, Cam, I was literally just thinking about this, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. That's what we hope to do today, not sure that we can. So I came up here with that backpack sprayer. For that purpose, I sprayed some glyphosate, some Kills-All up here. Let's go look at it. I also haven't mowed the grass in at least 2 days. It's grown out a little bit. Man, it's so gorgeous. Look at that, guys. I've got sunglasses on, but please, GoPro, pick up the beauty of this iron cutter Bermuda. I love this freaking grass, man. I've fallen in love with warm season, and I never thought that would be the case. It's probably an inch or over an inch tall, and it's just gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love it, man. I never thought I would be the guy to say that, but I truly love this grass. Now, this looks like maybe some common right here poking through, but man, it's not perfect. It's not 100% thick, but my gosh, it's just a beautiful, it is a, like it says on NC Grass Plugs, it's a natural green color with the fine leaf blade, and I just love the way it feels, and it's thickening up awesome. So anyways, coming to look at our sand stuff, it looks like it did when we left, right? It doesn't look very much different. We have had the water kick on. Looks like somebody kicked my my thing or put it down sideways or whatever. It might have watered this morning, I'm not sure, but anyways, I've got the groundskeeper rake out here to try to clean up some of this. And as I look at it with you guys, you can see I did do a little bit of damage to some of this stuff, but it's definitely not kicked in yet. This guy is absolutely dying off. You can see the effects of the Kills-All. Kills-All 100% works, so I am not doubting that. I tried to get nowhere near my runners. I was trying to kill some of this stuff over here. So I'm going to take the groundskeeper rake after we mow this. That's the first thing we're going to do off camera, is mow this lawn. Sprayed all of this multiple times, so you can see the effects here. Kills-All, if Kills-All don't kill it, it ain't going to die the way it ain't going to die. So I sprayed all of this with Kills-All. This should have got hit as well, but it looks like I might have missed it because that looks pretty healthy. So that probably didn't get hit, but I definitely sprayed all of this over here. Wasn't a super heavy mix, but you can see the effects of some of this that looks like it is taken. And it was only a couple days ago, I mean 1 or 2 days, and it wasn't especially a strong mix. But where I want to put plugs, I wanted to go ahead and kill the crabgrass so we could pull the dirt plugs to plug in and fill in on the lawn over here. Sprayed all of this. Doesn't look like it's really dying as fast as I thought. I sprayed a whole lot of this section, and I may have to do it again because, again, it wasn't a very strong mix. Excuse me. I was kind of doubting if I should do it. Went down. It may just take some time. And I know it's with some of this Bermuda. You can kind of see where I stopped, which is right here. I can see where I stopped. It's about right here. I sprayed all of this, so all of this should be dying off. I was thinking we're going to start expanding this way. Then talking with my wife, she's like, hey, I would love to see that kind of grass right here outside the door of the church, which I agree. So we may look at doing this. I think I sprayed down here, down the edge of the fence. I sprayed her playground to try to kill some of that. You may be able to see some of the effects of this. So I don't know. I didn't bring the kills all back up here. I probably should have. I thought about it. Trying to clean up some of just the church weeds that you can see. So they are dying. It does look sad over here. It does look like a funeral. That's what we want to see. But I'm thinking, you guys let me know in the comments, should we go for now this is going to be where everybody sees it. We got our sidewalk that comes down to the church for basketball coming up, you know, in winter, late fall. This would be, you know, it sets on an angle. You're not crazy if you see that. It sets on an angle. We had this looking pretty decent for cool season grass, but I'm all about getting the plugs here, but also we could just start expanding from the left over here and make our way back over here. So I don't know what I want to do, but whatever I choose, it's going to take some time to obviously kill this off. So we'll have to kill this thing off, kill it, and then we'll go from there. So we've got our reel mower. With that said, we're just going to basically cut it today and maybe do some plugs over here in the already established area. So I'm going to mow this off camera, enjoy my mow, and we'll come back in just a moment. So if you've ever heard anybody in Florida or North Carolina say, man, you got to live here, you'll get used to it, they're lying to your friggin' face, man. It is brutal. I'm about to go to the shade. I'm hot, I'm sweaty. Obviously, I've gained a couple pounds over the last several years, and so I get hot easier. Not that I can't take it, I just have to get in the shade and cool down. Sweat dripping, nasty North Carolina weather with the humidity. So, well, if you were one of the people last video that said, oh, I'm tuning into the next one because this joker put down some Scott's topsoil in his low-cut Bermuda, yeah, then you know, I didn't see a comment about it, but it made me learn really quick. You do not put Scott's topsoil in Bermuda when you're cutting it below an inch. Every single pass, that freaking reel mower, a little piece of that mulch or whatever the crap it is getting hung up, and I had to back up, spin the wheel, start again, hung up again. It's like putting literal speed bumps in this grass. Never again will I ever put any type of Home Depot, Lowe's, I don't care where it's from, topsoil in this from henceforth until I get brave enough and more educated. Sand only. That makes me want to, and I didn't bring the right rake because I brought the groundskeeper rake, because my plan next right now is going to be to kind of rake up some of this mulch. Well, this clearly is the wrong rake to use for that, and totally walked off and forgot my normal rake. So anyways, thank you for letting me vent for a moment, but it does look good when it's cut. But this, total mistake, idiot. Don't ever, this is how I learned. Don't ever do this again. Remember how frustrated you were in 95 degree heat with all these little speed bumps getting caught up in the reel mower? Yeah, don't ever do that again, and I will not, hopefully, at least for the next year or so. And then I'll remind myself, that's why I didn't do that. So the mow is not ideal. So we do have 50% chance of rain the next 3 days. So I'm hoping it will rain. Maybe some of this will wash away. I don't know, decompose. Like you guys said, it's nothing but garbage anyway. And it was a total mistake to put that down, but it is what it is. Let's move on. So now I'm going to get the Pro Plugger. We're not ready. Everywhere I sprayed the kills all, those areas are just going to have to die off. I'm probably going to have to spray again, but in this area we can start practicing, right? So I'm going to take some areas here, you know, like right here, bare dirt. Let's start here. Let's put a plug there, plug here, and see if we can do a couple rows. Maybe the best place really is right here. We can do maybe a full row, spaced out a little bit right here, coming down this line, it gets, you can see where the shadow is. That shadow will move over later in the day, I do believe, or maybe it's in the morning, but we can do a row or two right here. So I'm just gonna throw you guys on the tripod. We're gonna pull from here. I'm gonna pull from this section because I feel like it's more pure, if that makes sense. More pure iron cutter. We got common mixed in, and you can tell. What do I mean by that? Right here, you can see this is clearly common of how thick the common Bermuda is. When you look at the iron cutter, it is more fine bladed like this. And so I know these are runners of iron cutter right here, where this is a different color slightly, and it's like thicker stems, thicker stolons, if you will, where this is much thinner. And so I definitely want this stuff back there. I don't want the common. The common's gonna pop up by itself, and that's what I'm fighting. But again, same thing. You can see the iron cutter runners right here. You can see the common Bermuda runners here. Totally different. Throw you guys on the tripod, time lapse this, and try not to die of exhaustion. All right, so we've got some in the ground, but it just occurred to me, some people out there might be like myself and be like, what the heck is he doing? Like, so I should have done this part first and then continued on after I explained what the heck I'm doing. Number one, I got sweat in my eye. We got the wheelbarrow here, if you can't see it. So when we first, obviously we have to pop holes. So with the Pro Plugger, I bought this from NC Grass Plugs when I bought my plugs as a package deal. So if you go to ncgrassplugs.com, that's where I got my hybrid cutter, iron cutter Bermuda, hybrid iron. The heat is messing with me, guys, sorry. My hybrid iron cutter Bermuda with this Pro Plugger, and it's the exact size as the plugs they ship, so you just go down. Obviously, if you got really hard ground, you want to water a couple days prior so that you'll soften up the top layer. Pop some cores out, you dump your cores into your wheelbarrow, you grab your tray of iron cutter Bermuda, and you're going to plug them into the holes that you created. Then with those, now what we're doing today is we're doing the exact same thing, except I don't have a tray that I ordered. I've already grown the product, right? So we're just plugging from this area over here, and I pulled some from over here. We're taking our initial holes that we pop out, we're plugging them back in over here, taking the grass that we pulled, and we're just swapping. We're just swapping places. So now this will fill in because it's surrounded by Bermuda. It's going to swarm this in no time, and hopefully this is going to start expanding or it'll take us some time to obviously get used to its new home and start expanding. So really, I didn't lay a line or a chalk line or anything to be on. Yeah, you guys see it. I mean, there's weeds everywhere. The Bermuda will take over, and I've already sprayed back here a lot, so I'm trying not to go way back there with the glyphosate and then put that in the lawn. So but anyway, some of the areas where the edges are right here, I've just moved along with the edge. So I've went all the way to right here. So our last one is right here, and it's kind of staggered back and forth like this all the way down. So we got basically 2 rows, if you will. So just to show you, we'll finish this off. And I don't think I'm going to go back another one because I sprayed back there like I mentioned. And there's no particular order. But I'm going to go right here in between the crabgrass, because this is in line with our last one, a little bit closer. So we're going to pull, we're going to go down, twist, pull. It is very, very simple. And I'm going to come back above it. Same thing, in line with my next one, in line with the one I just did, to try to keep some type of order to be able to find them because they're still small. Make sure I go about the same depth, twist, pull, over. It is very fast. It is very simple. Obviously, the closer together you go, the more you need, the quicker it fills in, the more holes, right? So it's totally based on what you want to do. I'm going to go right here with another one. This one's going to be a little bit in the way of this crabgrass. We're going to go down, and the tube just holds all my plugs, so I don't have to dump them out immediately, but I do want to be careful when I dump them because I don't want them to break off. We need these plugs to go back into the lawn over here. But yes, I am dripping sweat. It is freaking hot. I'm not going to put one there. There's already runners there, so we're just going to continue with our initial line right here and space it out a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is extra credit, if you will. We're just expanding this out as our first practice plug and go. And once this gets to the top, that's when I basically dump them. So down, twist, out, very simple, soft ground. And let's do another one, down, hit the dirt line, twist, out. We'll put one on the inside right here, down, and you see that one shot up and out. Down, twist, and out. Well, one-handed. There we go. So I'm going to lay this one in here. Crap, it broke. But now I'm going to have to dump these. So I'm going to dump them right here in the lawn this time. Gently let them fall out, because we don't want them to break if at all possible. So we can just slide them right back in the slots. There we go. And should be one more at the end, I think. There we go. So now we need grass to fill in those holes. So we'll do right here in between these, and I may stop there because it is hot. Stomp, twist, out, and just do 8-10 inches. And again, I'm trying to get pure iron cutter the best I can, but there we go. And that's pretty much what you're doing. Now you fill the tube back up if you got the stamina to do it. And then we're just going to put those tubes back in. Very simple. Just a little time consuming, but as long as your ground is pretty soft, then you're good. One more over here. There we go. So now we take our plugs. We're going to go from the top, and I'm working backwards, but we're just going to, boom, just throw it in the hole, man, and pray that the good Lord sends some rain and sediment to wash in there. I'm sure some of y'all will have comments on put a little sand in there or something that I don't have, but this is what I did originally. It worked. This is what I'm doing again. So, but yeah, any tips you guys got to, hey, obviously nitrogen is a idea and thought that I may do here in a second. Get that in. That one's gonna be really hard to see right there. I should have 2 more. So I'm gonna have to end it with this one, guys, because it is so hot. The GoPro's cut off. I've had to go inside and rest. It is just, man, it is 80-some% humidity with 100 degrees out here. When you breathe, it's like a blow dryer. It's just miserable. But with that said, basically I'm going to finish off going down here one more time and fill that in before I quit. But we've got 2 rows. Basically, you can kind of see them on my phone here. The only working device I got. I kind of filled in some. Probably should, yeah, I did put one right here. Put one here, but went down this way and filled in. It's just so stinking hot. And I don't know how much footage I got on my other one, but we pulled from over here on the end closest to the woods, and basically just put the dirt plugs in them. So hopefully this will fill in fast. It's kind of bittersweet. I want to expand it, but I hate pulling out of here, you know. So I'm going to go down the sand side over here closer to the fence, and I'm not going to mess with this today. It's just so hot. I'm going to, next time I do this, which will probably be next week, because I want to do more of this. I want to get a row right here, and probably just one right here. One, maybe two at most to the left, but that's it. And yeah, then we'll start working on this and possibly another entire section. So from behind the camera, exhausted, drinking some ice water. God bless you guys. I hope this has been somewhat, I hope I'm able to edit this into something usable. But man, looking good. We continuing to improve. Don't put any type of topsoil on your iron cutter because it will frustrate you. And God bless you guys. We'll see you on the next one.